Hello everyone, it's Geralyn St Joseph here, and today I would like to talk about what the new normal is going to look like as we come out of the pandemic at this time. There are different states and different places that are starting to reopen. What does that feel like? Is there anyone else that we need to get in touch with? How are we feeling about moving forward and all that good stuff? So if you have questions, please do let me know and we will answer those. What I was thinking about doing is a couple of different things. One is I do want to do a little bit of a reading on it, so far as like a psychic reading, just to see what we see coming up. And I would also like to do a clearing. So I think I'm going to do the clearing first, actually, because I really am not feeling great. I have such a headache and I have no idea how to alleviate it at this point, because it's just really hurting. And it's been like this for a while. It's been getting progressively worse, but I don't let things keep me down. So I am continuing to move forward and we'll continue to do so. So if I sound a little loopy, you know why. And I'm trying to get this. So my friend Angela dropped this off for me the other night, and this is handmade. She made me this beautiful crown, and it lights up. It does 3 different types of lights, which is really cool, because then we can play with it when it's dark out. So I'm wearing my crown. See how pretty it is? It's just so pretty. And thank you. Thank you for the gift. Wait a second. I put it on wrong. And now my hair is all tangled. Okay, there we go. I have my little thing on, and so that should be good. Okay, so what I would like to start with is, the first thing I'm going to do is pull a card. These are soul coaching. I really like this deck. It's a really beautiful deck, and it's pretty uplifting. It's good for getting a little bit of advice and to help you if you need direction, to see what's going on and what is the best possible direction for you to take and what you need to do. So we're going to do a little 3-card reading on these. So our question is, at this period of time, what would serve our greatest good and help us to find our highest vibration right now? Okay, so here we go. Oh, cool. Okay. So the 3 cards that we received were delight, opening, and energy. So as we look at these, we're asking for advice. We're asking for a way to move forward. So basically what Spirit is telling us is that right now the way to move forward is to figure out, what is it that really brings you joy? What can you delight in? What is it that helps you move forward? One way to find the things that really make us happy is to really open up, to truly open up our hearts, to not only receive the people that we are familiar with, but receive love in all forms. What does that look like? It looks like being open to sitting quietly and listening to the birds as they sing and they congregate and they bring the day or they close the day. It's about being open to people that we've not met before, or maybe we have a different culture or a different faith. It's about being open to listening to other people's opinions And maybe figuring out at some point that even though we think we're on opposite sides of the track, that we're really not. That as people, we all would really like the same things. It's just a matter of how we go about getting there and what we feel we deserve. And then we have energy. So it's exploring different types of energy and how to really pull energy in from what is around us. It's about utilizing our energy for positive goals, for good. So something that's very powerful for people is this energy of negativity. It makes you feel strong, you get angry, you're all like, ooh, and it gives you a sense of power, and it gives you a sense of like being built up, but it's a false sense of those things. It blows out quickly. It is not something that can be held on to. It's not something that will help you grow. It's something that covers up what's really going on. So anger generally covers up fear and or hurt. So when we're feeling angry about something, like when we're getting mad that somebody does not have the same opinion as we do, which one is it? Are you afraid that they may be right and you might be wrong? Are you afraid that their opinion may hurt you in some way? Are you hurt that they don't see you as a guide or a source of knowledge? What is it that you're reacting to? And why can you not become and merely take in and process what is being presented and then look at the whole picture and make a decision from there? So when we want to raise our vibration, which is definitely what we want to do right now, when we want to raise our vibration, when we focus on joy and we focus on things that make us feel better, our vibration rises. Does that mean that we ignore when things are wrong? No, it does not. What it means is that rather than focusing on what's wrong, you focus on what can you do about the situation. It's like if you're hungry. Do you focus on being hungry, or do you focus on, what do I have to eat, or what can I eat? And if you don't have food, do you shift your focus to something else so that you're not focusing on the hunger and it doesn't become something so big that you can't handle it anymore? So again, the 3 cards that we got as we're moving forward, and we asked for advice, what do we need to do at this point in time to help us move forward? As we move on, we have delight, we have opening, and we have energy. So be careful of where you put your energy. Be aware of it. Oftentimes we put our energy into things and we don't even think about it. It's not even a thought. So we need to be more aware of where we put our energy. And with what's happening in the world today, to look at, like, are we putting our energy good after bad as we're moving forward? Or are we trying to put our energy into things that are helpful, that are creative, that will change the world for the better? So those are our cards for today. Later on, I am going to use my Angel Tarot also. I love these cards. And we'll do a 3-card spread with them. But what I would like to do right now is I would like to do a clearing and a little bit of a healing. I think we all need it. I know I definitely need it because I have such a headache. You have no idea. Such a headache that I have my headache buster. This is black tourmaline. And this is an excellent stone for helping to clear the EMF around you. So, like, I work on the computer quite a bit. I've been building websites and helping people with advertising and doing all that kind of stuff. So having my black tourmaline near me and near the computer and around me often helps me to deal with all that radiation and everything that comes off of everything. But today it's not helping as much as I would like it to. So black tourmaline is good for that. Another thing that's good for that is having something like this, which is argon. And this particular one is made with amethyst, which is a good clearing stone. Amethyst is also the stone of sobriety and the stone of meditation. So it helps raise the vibration in the area. It clears out things around it. And it also helps soothe the soul and soothe the conscience. And on the top of it, I don't know if you could see, there's a clear quartz crystal, and that is wrapped in copper. And copper is a very good transmitter. And here we have the tree of life on the front. So this is an excellent piece of equipment or utility, whatever you want to call it. It helps me to deal with all the EMF in the air, and it also helps clear the energy around me so that as I process and I do different things, like I do readings for people or we do clearings, it helps to raise my vibration up and helps me to transmit and be on a higher vibration as we do this. Another great stone for that is citrine. Citrine is one of my favorite stones. It's one of the stones of the sun. It's also known as the merchant stone, and it also is self-clearing and will clear out negativity for a 6-foot radius, no matter how big or small the stone is. So I love this piece. I've had it a very long time, and I use it quite often. So there's a lot of stones that you could use to help clear your field and clear the energy around you and help you to raise your vibration and feel better all around. It helps to alleviate fear. And another good stone for this is, another good stone for this is selenite. And what this does is, this is very water soluble. So you don't want to put this in salt, and you do not want to put it in water because it will dissolve. It's an excellent stone for healing. It helps you be calm. It helps the spinal cord to become better aligned. I have pieces of this that are used in massage. And they have the point on the one side and the other side is rounded. And those are very good pieces of selenite, and they're very good to use when you're working on people physically as well as emotionally. And then you also have, this is a rose quartz. And here's another piece of rose quartz. As you can see, like this one is almost white, whereas this one is very pink. And rose quartz comes in varying shades of pink, but it's got to have that pink hue. Otherwise, it is not rose quartz, but feminine quartz, like this. And feminine quartz is excellent for healing. It is also a good stone that helps to soothe and calm the energy of the person as well as them emotionally. So the difference between feminine quartz and masculine quartz is the masculine quartz is very clear and its energy is very direct, whereas the feminine quartz, it's more nurturing and soothing and uplifting in that way. So a masculine quartz, it's trying to jump out of my hand, looks more like this. And this crystal has inclusions, which are called phantoms. So it's a little bit different energetically, but you can see what I mean when I say the clear quartz is very clear. Okay. So let us begin to be calm. And as we go through this, you may not be able to hear everything that I'm saying, and that's okay. Follow the energy. Don't worry about hearing my voice or specifically what I'm saying, or that you're seeing exactly what I'm talking about. You might go on a completely different journey, and that's okay. What you want is to relax, to find your center, and to just allow the energy. So you want to get into the energy flow, and then we'll raise our vibrations from there. And then I'll do the second reading that I'm going to do. Okay? So take a deep breath and hold and release it slowly. And again. And release it slowly. Relax. There's a ball of white light above our heads. From it emanates shafts of light that enters through the tops of our heads and fills us with its energy. Feel this energy as it courses through you. Clearing, balancing, and protecting. It feels like a warm oil as it fills your body and pours over your head and covers you. A beautiful golden white glow emanates from you and around you. And you feel it fill your feet and up your calves, your knees, your thighs. It fills your hips and your waist, your chest, up your arms, your throat, into your head, until your entire body is glowing from within, completely filled with pure, unconditional love. That golden white glow emanates from you and above you. The ball of white light expands and descends until it encompasses your aura. It spins and clears out and cleans all that no longer serves you. It breaks loose any and all negativity. It breaks it down to small, manageable bits. That spiral off and return to source to be recycled. Feel the energy as it spirals around you and through you. And with each breath, it pushes out to get larger and larger. Until it encompasses your home, above and below, to the right and the left, in front and behind. A perfect sphere. And that sphere continues to move and expand until it encompasses your entire community. And out further to your state or your province, to your country, to your continent. And as we raise up, we see the entire world, the entire earth and her atmosphere are encompassed in this brilliant golden white light. It is warm and nurturing It is cleansing and clearing. We send peace to every living essence on the entire planet, including the planet herself. We ask for forgiveness for any and all hurts, real or imagined, towards any entity or being, any person, or consciousness of any kind. I love you. Feel the energy of love open your heart and warm it. Feel the energy of love expand through your heart chakras. And your compassion point is open and clear. Feel yourself surrounded and supported by love. Feel yourself relax into peace. Know that no matter what comes, you are prepared, you are capable, you are loved, you are loving, and you are lovable. Feel yourself being held in loving arms, being encased in loving light. Feel your body being healed. Feel the sensation of lips upon your brow, giving you a loving kiss. And know that your guardian angel is watching over you and protecting you, and that they need your permission to intervene. So if you want help, you need to ask for it. Relax. Relax into peace. Feel yourself uplifted in joy and love. And we are filled with delight. Delight of light. Feel the lightness of being and know that you are a spirit having a physical experience. And that the physical is temporary. Love and peace, joy is forever. Feel the energy of the all that is, the universe, God the Father, the Christ. Feel it lift you up and hold you. Trust. See a golden green glow. As it comes up from beneath your feet, and the hearty richness fills you. You are connected with the Earth Mother and the Universal Father. And like their child, you are loved unconditionally. You are supported. There is guidance. You simply need to be open. And in this grand opening, we either do it willfully and consciously, or roughly, where we are cracked open because we resist. We resist the healing energy. Open yourself. Relax. Feel this energy as it enters your body, coursing through you. Golden green, golden white. And it mixes, and it meets, and it lifts you up. Allow yourself to float in its essence. For we are made of delight, of the light. We are opening to compassion and love and awareness. And we allow the energy of healing to be what is guiding our lives right now. Things are changing. And we choose to ride the wave of immense power and grace that carries us high to our highest vibration and our greatest good, that allows us to see things from a higher perspective. We open our minds to understanding not simply our own motivations, but the motivations of those around us. And we bring with us compassion and joy to everything we do. Take a deep breath and release slowly. We delight in the opening to the energy that guides us forward and lifts us up and allows us to rest in peacefulness and in knowing that we are and always will be children of God, loved and supported. We feel our lightness of being and we embrace it. As I say it, so mote it be. And we see the earth healing itself, healing herself and all of life upon it and around it and within it. And we see the ball of white light contract and ascend into heaven, taking with it all that no longer serves our highest good, leaving a soft white glow on all it touched, of protection, of healing, of energy, and the golden green glow of Gaia's light pulsates through us and continues to heal as we come back into our bodies. Relaxed and ready, energized and open as we take on and move forward and lift ourselves up as we lift up those around us in love, light, peace, happiness, and joy. Amen. Take a deep breath and release. And you can shake out or move around, do whatever you need to do to come back into your body. You want to drink a lot of water, because when we do these types of healing sessions, your cells do release toxins and things that no longer serve. So you want to flush that out of your body, and the best way to do that is with water. one of the things you may want to do with your water is put a label on it that reflects whatever feeling or emotion you want to have in the water. So you're blessing your water with a thought or a vibration. And there have been different studies of this. It does change the molecular structure of the water to where it looks less chaotic. So when you bless your water, you can write love or joy or peace or happiness or I love you, any of those things, and just like write it on the water bottle or paste it to the water bottle. And then the other way to bless things is to, I'm seeing, what do I have around me that I want to bless right now? Here, I'll bless this guy. That you want to say, I bless this into the service of my soul. And I program it for my highest and greatest good. Amen. And I usually put a little bit of love with a kiss in there. And you can say, instead of saying service to my soul, you could say I program it, or I bless this into the service of the Lord. I bless this into the service of the Christ. Whatever your belief system, whatever feels best to you. But you have the ability to bless things around you. You don't need a priest for that. Sometimes there are people whose energy is more clear, and then when they bless things, yes, there's a definite, you can feel the difference. But you can do that also. And Ray said he gets lightheaded when he does these things sometimes, especially taking the real deep breath and then letting it go. And that's okay. It's because we're oxygenating and we're alleviating a lot of the stress out of our bodies, or at least that's what I'm trying to do to help you with. So we're talking about what the new normal is going to look like and how do we move into that. Things obviously have changed a great deal with coronavirus, and part of the point was we were supposed to realize that we're all connected, and it's such a small and it's such a small planet. And for some reason, what I'm seeing is that that's not really happening. So we really need to come to a space where we're listening to one another and we're trying to understand one another a lot more than we're doing right now. And I don't know if it's as bad in other places as it is here in America, but there is so much derision and there is so much negativity. And I understand that different people have different ideas, and that's okay, but that does not give you the right to attack someone else. All this name calling and all this just intensity does not really need to be right now. You're not helping anybody. So when I did the original card pull when we started, I'm using the soul coaching cards, and we asked, what is it that we need to do moving forward to help raise ourselves up and find the best things out of this. We got delight, opening, and energy. So, and what those three cards mean to me, and I did the reading earlier, so this is a little bit of a repeat for the people who are just coming on. But what that means to me is that we really need to foster happiness, joy, peace. We need to foster those good feelings. We need to dance around our house and be a little bit crazy, and release all that tension that's building up instead of attacking each other. We need to be open to listening and understanding other people and other belief systems, other ways of being, other beings. We need to put energy, positive energy out, healing energy to help ourselves and those around us and to help the earth heal. That's one of the things that she's doing right now. And I just lost my thought. It'll come back, trust me. So, what is the new normal going to look like? Are people going to be afraid to have any kind of physical touch anymore? Are people going to, is there going to be even more of a divide amongst people? In some places, yes. And what we're seeing happening right now energetically is there's this separation, this pulling into two different directions. You have the people who are trying to make the most of it and who are trying to raise their vibration and become more, do more, be more of who they're meant to be and trying to have a positive effect on the world. And you have those that are lower, that the vibration is fear and generating fear and anger and distrust. Does that mean that we don't question anything? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. If you have misgivings or you feel something in your gut is wrong, you need to listen to your intuition. However, that does not give you the right to, like there was a woman who was spitting at people because they had masks on. No, you do not have the right to do that. No, that is not what we're saying. That's not where we're going. We want to be more loving and more compassionate with each other. We want to call our neighbors and be like, okay, I have to go to the store today. Do you need anything? We want to lift each other up and become better people because of this. And as this dichotomy starts to pull more and more, eventually we're going to be so far away from one another that we're not going to even be able to see each other. And I don't think that's necessarily going to be a figurative thing. I feel like vibrationally things are really shifting and changing. And I have felt this since I was a teenager, and I've been talking about it for decades. And I feel like we're in the midst of it right now. It's a process, and it's not like it's going to be over in a couple of months when we get done with the quarantine and whatnot. So as we step out and we re-engage, we want to do so very compassionately, with a lot of compassion, with a lot of love, and considerate, to be considerate of one another. We want to move forward. We want to support our communities. Yes, we live in global times and the globe is a very small space. However, one of the things that we've lost in the last couple of decades, I'd say more than ever, is we have lost that sense of community. I grew up in South Philadelphia, which is very community-based. And when I moved away, I've lived all over the place, and I've traveled all over the United States. And what I found was that most places were not like that, where there was not community, where people didn't come together. In South Philly, if someone in the house has a tragedy or there's a death or anything, all the neighbors like make you food, and they come over, they see what you need, they go to the store for you, they come in and comfort you, they take care of your kid. You know, like they come and everybody helps one another. That's the way I grew up. And that's a good way to be, is to support one another. And we have to remember that moving forward. So I feel like we're going to move forward bit by bit, a little bit by little. And I don't think this is going to be over anytime soon. I do feel like the quarantine will be over, but I don't feel like we've seen the last of this. Let me put it that way. So we need to figure out what we're going to do, and how are we going to keep our vibrations high, and how are we going to stay positive and move forward and help one another. So, and I know I say that all the time. It must get boring for you guys to listen to sometimes, but I also wanted to let you know that I have postponed my class, Pulling Yourself Back Together, until I think May 7th. That'll be on Thursday evenings at 6:30 Eastern Time. And we will be doing different clearings and different healing sessions each time. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And I'm going to try and shuffle these great big cards so that I can do another 3-card spread and see what it looks like using the Angel Tarot. Whoop. Okay. They're like, no, you're doing it wrong. So for all of you who just joined us, yes, I have a crown on my head. One of my awesome neighbors, Angela, made me this crown. And look how pretty it's got this little thing on the back. It lights up and everything, but I don't want to put the lights on right now. You can't really see unless I shut off the lights anyway. But she made me this beautiful little crown and came and dropped it off for me. It's things like that sense of community really needs to be strengthened right now. That you're not alone. You're never alone. And with the quarantine, people can feel really alone, but you're not. And that's why we have things like Facebook Live, and we have things like Zoom, and we have Cast, and all these other things that you can use to really help yourself to not feel alone and to get past that point. Okay, so what do we most need to know right now, Spirit? Okay. Wow, we got a lot of fire here. Okay. 6 of fire. 9 of fire. I like the dragon there. And 10 of air. Okay, so 6 of fire tells us that things are changing. There's a victory. We're coming to a place where we're going to see an achievement and be recognized for that achievement. So as we move forward, remember this. We want to congratulate those who deserve congratulations. We want to praise those who have been the ones who have really helped us out all this time. We want to really embrace the people who are uplifting right now. And we want to uplift ourselves and everything around us. So the 6 of fire is telling us that, there's opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity here. That as we move forward, things are going to get better. We're on the upswing right now. So I know that there's a lot of places where they're still not sure whether the curve is flattening or this or that. And in some places it's really hard to tell because nobody's getting tested and that kind of thing. So just know and move forth with belief and the intention that everything is getting better and we are moving forward, and continue to uplift those around you. So the 9 of fire. 9 is a number of completion, but also it can be expansion. And it's saying that one of the things that we have to do right now is really protect ourselves, protect our health, and to really believe in yourself and know that you're doing a good job, everything is okay, have confidence, and move forward. Now is a time when we really need to be creative about the way that we express ourselves, and creative in the way that we're making money, creative in the way that we're interacting. So move forward and know that you are supported by Spirit and that things are in the midst of change right now. Then we have the Ten of Air. Ten of Air tells us that we're coming to the end of a difficult situation. So for us here in America, each state is doing their own thing. Overseas, each country is doing their own thing. So as the world emerges from this little by little, we will see that we're emerging into a different world. Things are changed. Hopefully, we will have gotten the message. If we learn the message, then hopefully we won't have to go through this again. But if we try to emerge and go back to doing exactly the same thing that created the situation, you know, it's just going to happen again. So we don't want that, right? We want to emerge and be more compassionate with one another, be more understanding, and also be more compassionate towards the earth and all of her creatures. And I say that all the time. What I find interesting is when I was a little bit younger, I remember I was at this job and I don't even remember what we were talking about, and they called me a tree hugger, like that was supposed to be an insult. And I'm like, that's not an insult. So just remember that you are responsible for more than just your physical self. You are responsible for the energy that you put out into the world. You are responsible for the way you talk to yourself. You are responsible for the way you speak to others. You are responsible for the world around you, like directly around you. So if you're going out and you're throwing trash on the ground, or you're disrespecting nature or animals or anything like that, that is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to step up and be the best that you can be, and to really embrace compassion and embrace being a good person and embrace taking care of yourself and others and the planet. And I know I'm getting preachy, sorry. Oh, hello. Yes. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, I rescheduled my Pulling Yourself Together, which is a series of 6 different healing sessions. I moved that to May. So if you're interested, let me know. It is on my website. And again, I'm sporting my crown that my neighbor made me. And she does such wonderful things. She made me beautiful soap too. So even things like that. I mean, if you're home and you can't get out and do things that you want, you can bring joy to other people. I mean, look how I'm having so much fun with this crown. So just because we're stuck in doesn't mean we can't do things for each other or make each other feel better. You know, let's laugh. Let's enjoy each other's company. Let's see what we can do to really lift the vibration of the world and really make the world a better place. So as we come out of this, the world is going to be different. People are going to act differently. Things are just going to be different. We can't go back to the way it was before, where everything was rush, 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 and all about me, 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 me. We need to embrace what we're learning right now and the healing that we're having the opportunity to do. Those of us who are having that opportunity. I understand there are a lot of people who are still working feverishly and who really still don't have time. But hopefully when this is over, they will all get vacations. They should take them. And I feel like July is going to be the time to do that, because there is a chance that in the fall, things are not going to be great again. But remember, we have weathered the storm, and we can weather anything together. We just need to find the compassion in our hearts and the love for one another, and keep looking up. So this is Geralyn St Joseph. If you have any questions, please contact me, or you could go to my website, GeralynStJoseph.com. Have a blessed day and stay healthy. Mahalo.